So I'm really excited about the pair of boots that we are about to give a makeover to today. Now, it is a pair of Allen Edmonds Normandy boots. And when these came out a number of years ago, I was really excited. As a World War II enthusiast, I saw these boots and immediately the first thing that came to mind was they look like a throwback to the World War II US Army boot. Obviously, as the Normandy boot, that's what they are. Now, the gentleman that sent these to us just wants a bit of a, not only a makeover, but a different look to it. And that's what we're going to give this pair of boots today. Overall, they're in good shape. I don't think anything needs to be done internally. We won't know until the boots are open. Other than that, we're just here to give this pair of boots a new look. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Yep. One of the funny things that we see in these Allen Edmonds is sometimes there's a shank and sometimes there's not. This one does not have a shank. All right, we got the welt off. Let's cut us a new one. I always like to cut a little bit extra just in case. Got these cut, let's get them stained.
Okay, I think where we left off was we had just pulled these insoles out, and one of the things that we didn't show, a lot of you guys that watch our channel a lot, you've seen this, but for a lot of the folks that are new, let me explain it real quick. We thought this was just going to be a basic resole, and a lot of times that's what your shoe repair guy may think. It may look great from the outside, but once you take those soles off, once you see how the welts are on there, a lot of times they're ripped. Maybe the gimming part, which is this piece of fabric, that's ripped. And that was what was going on with this boot. It was ripped in several places. So we went ahead and replaced this gimming here. And now we can go ahead and restart the re-welting process.
All right, so while we wait for the shanks to dry so we can stick them into the boots, a question we get a lot is, hey, what timepiece are you sporting? This is actually the Ver Meridian, and I've said it before, I used to not be a watch guy. I just wasn't. I got this every single day. I've got it on. In fact, it came with a rubber. I've got a dressy metallic band that I can put on, and it comes with this, I got this khaki-ish, a little bit more sporty watch band. I sport it every single day. This is my go-to.
So I completely agree with Heath. As you can see, this is also my Ver. I've been wearing it for well over a year, and I kid you not when I say that this watch is on my wrist probably 5 days out of 7. I literally do love it. It is the Wear R1 Racing Chronograph, a beautiful watch. Now guys, one of the reasons that Heath and I absolutely love Wear as a company, for one, they are assembled and tested here in the United States. And as two guys that also own a sandal business where we make all of our sandals here in the US, to us, it's just important just to be able to support other made in the USA types of businesses. And the fact that they are assembled and tested here, I'm gonna put my support behind it. Another thing is that they have thousands and thousands of 5-star reviews. Now, this is a company that's been in business for years. They continue to put out beautiful timepieces that are very high quality watches, and that is the reason you see so many 5-star reviews. And the other thing that Heath and I really like, in a world dominated by fast fashion, it just seems like there's so many watch companies out there having their stuff done on the cheap overseas, bringing it over, selling it, and it's not high quality. So Wear is really focusing on two things: making classic looking timepieces, as well as timepieces that are high quality and are going to last for years. Now guys, if you're interested in checking out Wear watches, I will put a link down in the description box down below after the video. Definitely go check them out. I promise you will not be disappointed.
All right, so you remember when I took off the sole and I said, there's no shank in here? This is a common thing that we see with Allen Edmonds. Some have shanks, some of them don't. We are gonna have to put a shank in this one because we're gonna put on a much thicker heel and it's very defined, and you wanna support the arch as much as possible. So we're gonna put these shanks in.
go get these on the press. If you watch our channel at all, you know that recently we've had every machinery piece around going out on us. I don't know, maybe it's misfortune, bad luck, I don't know. We've had our big yellow machine go out, got rid of that. We had our line machine go out, that's hanging over there. Broke our other camera, so that went out. This morning, we're sanding and our jet machine over there, which sucks up all of the dust particles, it went out. So the capacitor, not to be confused with the flux capacitor, the capacitor went out on that machine, had to order a new one. I'm getting ready to sand this leather hill block, and when I do, leather dust is going to go everywhere. I'm going to hold my breath. Hopefully you can see clearly, but that's why you're about to see a lot of dust. Okay, this pair of Allen Edmonds has been resoled. Now we're just going to put a little cleaner and conditioner on the uppers. Really simple job. These are already in good shape, so there's not a whole lot we need to do. Now, before I do that, I do want to show you one quick thing. So a big shout out to a gentleman named Evan. He has a channel on YouTube called Evumies, and he was kind enough to send us leather honey. We've got one for suede and nubuck, and then one that's a leather care kit. Great products. I haven't tried them yet, so this will be a first for me as well. But guys, go check out Evan. I know a lot of you guys are really into leather care, no matter what type of leather it is, shoes, bags, whatever. And he has amazing tutorials on his channel. Extremely high quality, and I've watched a lot of them, extremely informative. So if you're really looking to find out how to care for leather and whatnot, he's another great source. I'll put the link down to his channel in the description box so you can check it out at some point. But again, a big thanks to Evan for sending those leather honey boxes to Heath and I. Okay, let's get to this pair of boots. All right, now I'm just taking a dry part of the cloth and just wiping off the excess. One quick thing about leather honey conditioner that I was told is that it actually may darken the leather a little bit. Unlike a lot of conditioners where you put it on, it dries, you buff it off, you're actually supposed to leave this on for quite a while. It even says preferably overnight, and then wipe off the excess. So that's what we'll do to this pair. We'll go ahead, put it on, let it sit overnight, and then these should be good to go. Okay, this pair of Allen Edmonds Normandy boots has been completed. Now, as you can see from the pictures, when they came in, they were in good shape. Uppers on these were in good shape, just a little dirty. The soles had been worn. They weren't too bad, but the gentleman that owns these just wanted a bit of an overhaul.
All right, so Other than the sole, when we got into the guts of this thing, we saw that the gimming was actually ripped. So we wound up replacing the gimming, even though we normally don't do that. Put on a new storm welt, and then we just cap these off with some Vibram 2724 half soles. I love those because it's got that tread, that beefy tread, but it's inlaid into the sole. It's just flush. I love it. It's a great heritage style boot sole. So we were trying to decide, do we go with like a 100 full tread, all rubber heel? Well, it didn't actually, I don't know, it just didn't look right with that leather. So we wound up making some stacks, 3 stacks, and topped them off with some 18 iron treaded top lifts.
And I think to go with the overall original look of this boot, that was another good reason I think we went with the leather stacked heel. It kept that leather stacked heel look while beefing them up a little bit more. I think they turned out well. Now, like I mentioned before, the uppers on these were in good shape. He's done a good job. They were just dirty and need to be cleaned up. So we tried the Leather Honey. Again, it's a brand we haven't used a lot, so I was excited to get out of the box and use it, made here in the US, and it's been around for years. So I put the leather cleaner on there, got them nice and cleaned up, then used the Leather Honey conditioner, just let that absorb, and I think they look great. There's not a whole lot more I need to do to these. And then we just cleaned up the laces, and I think these Normandy boots are ready to go. One last reminder, guys, before we go, remember, check out the link to Veer down below. Amazing watches, guys, where you can see us in our videos. We literally wear these all the time. All the time. So I love my Veer, been wearing it for well over a year now. Also, make sure to check out Evan's channel. Again, I will leave the link down to his channel down below. Very informative if you like boots and shoes and how to clean those. Extremely informative. So, thanks so much for joining us as always, and until next time, y'all have a good one.